Welcome to the official Munzee podcast.
I'm Rob, also known as Coach V, your host and the president of Munzee.
And I'm Craig, also known as See My Shell. I started as an avid Munzee player, now proudly part of the team.
Each week, we'll delve into Munzee's mysteries, divulge some secrets, and inform players from around the world just what is coming your way.
So sit back, relax. Today's episode, we're chatting about whittling your way down to Christmas, Rob. We're nearly there.
I can't believe it.
We're almost there. I mean, how many days have we got left? We've got less than 2 weeks left till Christmas, Rob.
Wow. How every day, every week, how are we already this point in the year? Yeah, it flies.
I know, and that always happens. You come the January turns around and you go, oh, we've got so long till Christmas. And then all of a sudden we come to this point, we've got 2 weeks left till Christmas. How does it work? But anyway.
Wow. It's because everything is so much fun that, that it just flies by. Everything.
Time flies when you're having fun. Exactly right.
Indeed.
Exactly. And speaking of having fun, Rob, I will say this. The most important part of today's episode is happening right now. The most important information is right now. The most important announcement is right now. And that is a young Munzee player of ours is turning 18. Yes, 18. The big 1-8.
What?
Around every part of the world, this 18-year-old would be classed as an adult and be able to drink alcohol, etc. as well, but not in the good old US of A. So
not here.
We're talking about Sloban 11. Sloban 11 or Slobin 11.
Slobin 11. Yeah.
Yes.
Whatever it is. Thanks for playing Munzee. That's amazing. Happy birthday, Sloban 11.
It's not every day you get a Munzee player turning 18. I mean, the reverse happens a lot, 81, but not 18.
Well, happy birthday to all of those people, too. We appreciate you sticking around and
Cole
playing.
Cracker 7. Cole Cracker 7.
Anyway, that's mean. Anyway.
She's going to love me for that.
This is about the young player out there.
This is true.
Thanks for enjoying the game, And hey, if anybody out there's got a special birthday coming up, like FRLK, we know that he's got a special birthday coming up. Why not hit you up? We're more than happy to it's the announcement of the week, someone special.
Birthday
Celebrations.
Celebrations, exactly right. Meanwhile, what have you been up to this last week as well there, sir?
Oh, man, I've been celebrating some really cool, good news that's coming up. Lou and I have been having a lot of chats about 2026 events, we're both super excited about what we're bringing back. Sorry, I can't tell you now because you said the most important piece. I think I've got the second most important piece. Stick around because that is coming soon.
Look at you podcaster, really baiting people to listen to the whole episode. Wow, Rob, you impressed me. So you actually impressed me sometimes.
I'm growing up.
I did say sometimes. Rob, the events around the world last weekend, we had Massachusetts, Maryland, Kentucky, Arizona, Alabama, California, Idaho. Is that IA again? Iowa. What the heck? Anyway, Texas, Tennessee, and Florida, they had 2. And around the world, mate?
Around the world, we had Ontario, Canada with 2, Finland with 2, England went mega, and they went 71 mega, not just a little bit over.
No.
So. and we'll see that from the leaderboards here in a second. Germany had 2, Denmark had 2, and Victoria, Australia.
Absolutely. Now, the leaderboards, Rob, I had to go back because I read on the water cooler that some people had millionaires, Rob, during the week last week. And so on the 2nd of the month, when Clan Wars hasn't even begun, on the 2nd, Tuesday the 2nd, we had a millionaire, and that was NZ Kiwi with 1.2 million points. On Wednesday, Rob, we had 2 millionaires, NZ Kiwi, 1.2 million, and Munzee Prof with 1.1. On Thursday, Rob, same different millionaires, but we had 2 of them again. Lynn's Lilypad with 1.2 million points, and Munzee Prof again with 1.1 million points. Now, I do believe, Rob, because it's Munzee Prof getting the 1.1 million points, that he's worked out a way in regards to the double magnet events. Yep. So that's what that was.
Going to say.
Those 3 days were the double magnet events. On Friday, mate, we had
We had Nutty Nan with 2.5 million, Flamingo Flurrier 1.5, and Bunny 993 692,000.
On Saturday, we had 8 millionaires on Saturday. Whoa. Finder 400, 2.3 million points. Herbie actually went bananas with 2.1 million points. Taxi 343, 1.4 million points. And then the other millionaires was someone's offsider, Sporty Taxi, 1.3 million points, along with Flamingo Chaser and Li Soft with 1.1 million points. And then rounding out the last two for the 8 is the late arrivals, and Dragons West rounded out with 1 million points. Well done to those. On Sunday, mate.
Wow. Sunday, we had more millionaires. Here we go. DJ Mitch 25, 2.8 million. Toxin, 2.5 million. Brasilia, 2.3 million. And the rest of the millionaires: Dragons West, Flamingo Chaser, Coal Cracker 7, Goofy Butterfly, Joe 222s, Flamingo Flurrier, and Jackpot Gene with 1 million. Wow.
Jackpot Gene! That's the one I did. Yeah, wow. 1 million points. Very, very cool. Yeah, 10 millionaires on Sunday, 8 on Saturday, 2 on Friday. Look at all these millionaires going through the roof. Now, I will say, and this is going back, we're not talking about Clan Wars this week at all, because, the Clan Wars this month is, very cool, very relaxed, very nice. But people have said that the Clan Wars is getting harder, or not harder, but it's getting higher and higher in points level. But that's called pointflation or point inflation. And that's what you can see here. I mean, how many times, even when we've been doing this podcast, Rob, how many times have we said millionaires in the past? We're saying them more and more and more.
Yep.
See, so that's the reason for it as well. Meanwhile, the current events coming up this weekend, we've got North Carolina and South Carolina, then New Jersey, Minnesota, Texas, and California. And around the world, mate, we've got
British Columbia, Canada, England, Germany, New South Wales, and Western Australia. In Australia.
Yeah, very cool. 2 in Australia. Wow.
Nice.
Wow. I know, right? I know. I don't know a few of the people going to the New South Wales one too. So do me proud and cap everything you can, and make sure you deploy all the cards for everyone all around the world too, or any other virtuals as well that you wish to sort of give people at these events, which is awesome. Big events coming up. We have January 9 to 11, North Netherlands. That's the FRLK's birthday. January 16 to 18, Munzee Mecca in Florida. Rob, we might discuss that a little bit more next week, Munzee Mecca, and see who's who in the zoo and who may be going to that one. Right. February 20, Foley, Alabama, the day before the Bamrama Mega. I'll definitely be there for that one. March 6th and 7th, Munzee Madness over in California. Then September 18 to 20, Munzee Mania in Minnesota. So there we go.
Yeah, they should thaw out by then. Covered in snow now. Yikes.
Oh, I know. I have seen some news reports from our good friend Minnesota Boy, the new Munzee team member. Knee-high snow in Minnesota. So
wow.
There you go. I know. Well, that's they choose to live there. That's what they do. So
it's true. They do.
Absolutely. Meanwhile, Rob, the developments coming up this week. Look, we've ran through the beginning, which is nice. So what's happening this week, Rob? We've already announced the Reindeer Widdlz. Tell us more about the Reindeer Widdlz.
Well, there's 8 tiny reindeer that are coming out of Santa's Whittle sleigh. Isn't that right? And there's a way for you to go and get all of them. And if you get all 8 reindeer, then guess what happens? You get to complete the set for free. You get that little, Rudolph with his nose so bright, red-nosed reindeer. Yep, you get him for free. So, they're kind of cool. They come out at level 10, which, everybody seems to enjoy these level 10 ones.
Yeah.
Instead of buying them through the trunks and, getting random ones and having to continue to get more and more and more, which some of us think is fun. Some maybe not quite so much. But these come out at level 10. And as a reminder, level 10 Widdlz, you only need 25 stars to relaunch them, rebuild them from the wishing wells. So that's good news. You do have to purchase them first. These are a little bit different. They're actually available in the online store.
Yep.
And we've done something a little bit different. Because it's December and Christmas and all that kind of stuff, being jolly and, making it a little bit fun. These are regular price for what they would normally be. However, there's a discount if you buy 4 of them in a pack or if you buy all 8 of them in a pack. So all that stuff's available to check out and be sure that you have the correct information. And it's all on the blog.
It is, absolutely is. Also, Rob, at the same time, these are available from a trunk with Zeds as well, but they are not 150 Zeds like all the others because they come out directly as a level 10, so they're a little bit more than that. They're the equivalent price range to if you were to buy them outright in the store. At the same time, though, you still do, if you get all 8, now you can't, if you get one and it's a vixen, and then you get another one, you can't get a vixen again, for instance. You know what I mean? You can you can only get one of everything. That's all it is. But if you get 8, even from the trunks, Rob, you get Rudolph for free. So even from the trunks, you still get a free one with Rudolph. So there you go.
I mean, it's a fun. We thought this would be a fun way to put these new things out there. Widdlz, and like you said, you can't have on Vixen, on Cupid, on Vixen, on Vixen, on Vixen. Like that just wouldn't make sense. So you do have to get the entire team to pull Rudolph.
This isn't in the show notes. What's the entire team's name, Rob? Do you know all of them?
On Vixen, on Cupid, on Comet, on Dasher, on...
Look at you, there's 4.
Something on Prancer, and
5.
Comet, and Stupid, and anyway, no, I can't remember.
A dancer? Did you do a dancer? I don't know.
I missed Dancer. No, I did miss Dancer.
Yep. But if you have a look at these as well, I will say the artwork again for these are extremely cute. Actually have a look. When you get one, zoom it in, have a look and see the difference. I mean, Rob, these are actual Widdlz. Widdlz are made of wood, so they are wooden items, right? So the bodies are mostly a log, that sort of thing as well. But sometime, Rob, the tail could be like a little bluebird, sitting on the log, and that's the tail, for instance, as well. Like
that's because Andy actually gathers a lot of wood in up where he lives in the Midlands, UK, and he sits outside and he whittles these down, and then while they're sitting there, if something lands on him, he takes a picture of it and he's like, "There you go, that'll do," and then he just he might do a little something with it to make it look digital. No, they're real.
No.
Yeah, it's wild.
But every single one as well does relate to its name in some way. Even there's others with like a little orange leaf, for instance, like it's in the fall season when you got the leaves turn orange and red, and then that would be its tail or that would be its antlers, and very, very cute. I will say. You take the time out to grab these because they are good, they're points, and it's all part and parcel, and they're all game pieces. But sometimes it's good to take a deep breath and actually enjoy them for what they are and look at them closely. And I know some people do. I do know some people do, but a lot of people don't, Rob, including myself. I did for the first time the other day, and that's when I realized, hang on a second, have a look at these. And just see the design and what has gone through Andy's head when he designs this sort of thing. And Dylan as well. Andy and Dylan are the two in regards to our artwork stuff. And a big praise and big shout out again to Andy and Dylan for all they do.
It's amazing.
For the cuteness of the Munzee world. And I get it. Some people don't like the cuteness stuff. I get it. Some people are too, But if they have a look. Have a look. It surprised me. Anyway, Rob, moving on to something happened last weekend.
Yeah, but it's got super cool art. So before we even talk about it,
This is true.
This was a brand new thing that just came out. It's Cappy's Party Pinata, right? So man,
absolutely.
Let's think about the art. Everybody, slow down.
Yes.
Think about the art.
It's
cool.
But
and
Rob,
then what?
The Party Pinata come out last weekend. Everyone was excited, and then what actually happened with it? Apparently, some people couldn't, or not some people, everyone couldn't cap the scatters that were coming off the Party Pinata. What actually happened with that?
Yeah, you wouldn't believe the amount of testing that we did on this one because we wanted to make sure that it was good. We have a testing environment. It was tested thoroughly by multiple members of the team. And unfortunately, everything from the testing environment didn't quite make it to production. So when it all went live and then we found out about it, the team pulled together on Saturday, and they fixed it. Obviously, events had already taken place Saturday morning around the world. So those people did miss out on a few things. All of that was taken care of on Monday. There were a few temporary bans that went out because while we were trying to fix it, we were giving captures and some of those things, and unfortunately they were triggering bans. Those bans were removed basically immediately, and the counter was reset. So there were definitely a lot of concerns that everyone was voicing, that we heard, that we understood. We did put out a message on Sunday just saying, hey, yeah, this is all fixed, because it was fixed all at the same time on Saturday. And those people who were impacted did get a message from Robbie directly in the Munzee app trying to explain things. And so the good news is completely fixed. All of it's working. It's working fine this weekend. So hosts, be sure that you read the blog carefully about how to use it, because there are pictures and everything is in there. So
everything's in the blog.
Yeah, it's ready.
And I will say, you're right, Rob. In the blog, there's actually screenshots of like things that will happen. That how can hosts do what they do, and because sometimes it is confusing to be a Munzee host. I will say, like we know we've all been Munzee hosts. Well, not all of us, but a lot of us who have been Munzee hosts in the past, especially when you're first or second time Munzee host. You're like, oh, what do I do this time? What do I do now? So it is a little bit, but it's all screenshots, etc., in the blog. So go and have a look at that. But as you said, Rob, it's all fixed. Party Pinata, all done. And you did breeze over the fact that you said about some people got temporary bans. If no one knows, then temporary bans, etc., are all automated. They're all done via distance, basically. And so what was happening is that when Munzee was retroactivating the captures for these people, the captures themselves were miles away from where they are now, and therefore then they get the bans. The bans have all been lifted as such, but this is most importantly because first time you get banned, you get banned for 20 minutes. Second time you get banned, 2 hours, you see. So more importantly, all those 20-minute bans were not only just lifted, but they were like erased and deleted. So if something happens again, you will not be banned for 2 hours. You'll go back to the 20-minute mark. So, but I'll say this, and that is, don't get yourself banned. So make sure you keep an eye out.
Just watch your blue dot. Watch your blue dot.
Make sure it's moving,
especially at airports and on trains and things like that. Yeah.
Anywhere where you're in a Faraday cage, like a metal cylinder.
We don't have to worry about those things if we make sure that the blue dot is where we are. That's what I write back if there are support tickets.
There we go.
All right.
Speaking of dots, Rob, blue, yellow, green, whatever color you want, the new Christmas tree garden templates have been released as well. Tell us more about the Christmas tree garden. These are free, Rob. These are brand new and they're free. Tell us more about these.
Everyone's got the opportunity to go onto Cupazee Garden Builder and put together a Christmas tree garden. So there is a template, and all that you do is you go to create a garden. There is a template. Once you select that, then you choose what color you want the pins in your tree to be, and there is a little star topper. There is a light mystery or a void mystery. Now, you were the one who kind of came up with the reason for this, so why don't you share that part with everyone?
Well, you did say it right, Rob, and that is because I had some people reach out to me asking about they created a green tree because all the tree comes totally green. You can just place that and it's just green. That's all it is, and that's fine. That's all. You can do whatever you like with these, but no one else can change the colors of the virtual pins when they deploy for you. So people aren't going to decorate your tree. You've got to decorate your tree before you publish it. Okay, so with the colors. So whatever color you want in terms of the trees, you do that first. At the same time, you can choose whether you have a light mystery or a void mystery on the top. So you can either light up Christmas or avoid Christmas, Rob. It's up to you which one you want to do.
It's creative. And I was like, yeah, all right, that's funny. I think that is pretty entertaining. So, could we have put an electric up there for whatever reason? Yeah, sure you could have. But we decided to stick with light or void. Yeah, so this is limited to one. And while we've said that in the past, there have been some people who got a little, we'll call it creative, passionate about building those gardens. Well, this time, our good friend over at Cup of Z, Sam, put a limit in place. So no one's able to build more than one. Thank you, Sam. And so you should choose a good location. If you haven't built one of these yet, choose a good location for yourself.
And for yourself, and that's exactly right, Rob. I feel personally you should choose a location for this tree that's nearby where you are. Therefore, even on your drive to work, for instance, or around town or to and from the shops, whatever it is, somewhere near you, because once these all publish, remember these are it's a void, it's a light, and then it's all virtuals. These are the gardens that attract bouncers for future reference as well. Yes. So what that means is that you could cap everything. Make sure you cap it all. Cap your whole tree. Your whole tree's empty and done, and you'll be surprised that I won't say daily, but a lot of the times when you open the Munzee map, oh my goodness, there's a bouncer on one of those virtuals, for instance, as well. Yep. So you can go around and get those new bouncers from there. At the same time, if the bouncer is on the void, for instance, then guess what happens? It triggers the void as well. And so it bounces off from there. So you get the scatters once again from the void. So it's worth doing for yourself in a good location. So I'll say that.
It's like we planned it out well so that we can help you and the deployers with lots of points over time.
Exactly. And I will say, don't forget to deploy in other people's trees as well, because, again, likewise, you still get the cap-on points for when bouncers land on that virtual later on down the track. So, it's very much worth it. So get them out there.
Badges for deploying, if I remember correctly. So
that's true. That's true. Yeah. There you go.
Check it out.
Yeah. All right, Rob, you sort of touched on at the beginning of the episode. Now I'm going to push you for it. What did you mean by the events for 2026?
Oh, yeah. It's time, everybody. 2026 events. We're almost there. Yes, time has flown. Here we are. Well, we're going back to 2022 and 2023 when we had monthly event packages, and we're going to reward you. So there are quite a few people out there that have been hosting monthly events all this time, right? Everybody was like, oh man, we're kind of tired of hosting monthly events. We've done it for 2 years in a row. So we said, okay, fine, no problem. 2024, 2025, we didn't put these packages together. However, Lou's been thinking about it. She's been, chatting behind the scenes. She's been mulling over this, and it's time. So monthly events are back. And like I said, there's rewards that come along with it. There is a badge for attendees for attending a monthly event every month. And there's also a badge for hosting a monthly event every month. And if you get all 12 of those badges, then what we did in the past and what we're going to do this year, we're going to give you a bouncer. So,
a permanent one, a permanent bouncer.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
nice.
There are some, what were they? Pool floats or something. Cappy the unicorn pool floats. There's some crazy bouncers that are out there, and there's not a lot of them because there weren't a ton of people who earned those. But yeah, that's it. But guess what? That's not the only announcement about what's happening for 2026 events.
Oh, what else?
Eventsy is coming back to the world of Munzee. Yeah.
Wow. I know a lot of people have actually asked for this, Rob, because I remember going down to Florida this year as well. Went to Florida, and Florida had something similar to Eventsy on there. It was like a town thing where you drive around and cap the different Munzees and you get a badge, etc. And they asked them, I think it was even Linda, Colecracker7, she was the one that pushing for it even more, saying, can we get this back, please? Yeah. So Eventsy's back on the table for it.
Tour of the town is what some U.S. events that we're working that out. And, we've been talking, Eventsy's been gone from Munzee for maybe 5 years, something like that. Lou and I really enjoyed Eventsy, in particular with Munzee events, and I know there were a bunch of hosts that did too. They would put together some really fun stuff. So
Yeah.
we're working out all the final details, but that is coming soon. So this blog, if it hasn't come out by the time you're listening to this, then pay attention, be ready for it, and the information will all be there. Eventsy is coming back. Will there be points attached to Munzee for Eventsy play? No, but there will be like a badge that you can earn from the Munzee events for participating in Eventsy. So in other words, another QR code, you scan it, whether it's got like a badge and points and obviously cake and all that kind of stuff attached to that QR code. Yeah, so a double the fun, I believe we used to call it, coexist type deal. Yeah, with Munzee and Eventsy. So anyway, it's coming back.
See, Rob, this is the first time I've heard about it because we haven't spoken about it, in the gameplay team, etc. as well. But straight away, my mind goes to this, and that is, if you're a host out there of a large event that may be a mega event, for instance, or you want to publish one that hopefully gets to mega, then there's a possibility where if you contact your local tourism board representative and say, look, this is what I'm doing, is there some way to financially assist in the setup of it? The host can then talk with the tourism board and see which areas of the town that they want to actually promote, for instance, and get people to, I don't know, maybe even scan QR codes inside restaurants or, other places where the tourism board wants people to go or travel to. So there's a possibility.
It's the things that you can use Eventsy for are pretty amazing. And for those who haven't played in the last 5 years, it's a much better app than it used to be. And it used to be fun. It was fun as it was. More than pictures now. There's more than pictures. There's a lot of really cool stuff going on. So anyway, we're excited. Maybe there's going to be a prep event worldwide that comes up between now and the beginning of the year. I don't know. Let's just leave it at a trailing comment there.
Fair enough. All right, Rob, moving on to the question of the week. And this question I got from Facebook as well. And it's just a smaller question from Brandy Corty. And that is, I know, right? She's going to love that if she actually listens this week. Are we going to get Christmas cards in the Redeem store, Rob?
Sure, why not? By the time you're listening, there'll at least be a few that are out there. I haven't pushed the button on some of those. I believe past Christmas cards in the online store, those are back and available. So all the turkey stuff is gone, and now these are back. So Yep.
Perfect. There we go. And remember as well, if you won't see any Christmas cards if you haven't actually had them in the past. So the different Christmas cards, if you've got every single Christmas card in the past, you're going to see a few more in there as well, like to redeem for stamps. But if you have never had one before, then you won't see them in the store to redeem. That's just the way that one works. Meanwhile, Rob, moving on to the Munzee tip of the week. And this tip itself, I'm not sure. I don't think you've even read this tip yet that I put in.
No, but quick read. It sounds familiar. But
this tip is what I've used now since utilizing the vac itself. Now, listen very carefully. Using the vac with full Skylands. You know those times when there's double magnets, for instance, and you magnetize maybe 3 or 4 Skylands on your route. So you got 14 bounces in every premium Skyland as you go through. Well, because you can cap a Skyland at 1,000 feet and the radius is at 500 feet. Therefore, what you can do is you can hand cap the Skyland, the full Skyland, while running the vac. This way, as soon as you hand cap that Skyland, and the Munzee processes through and shows you all the different ones. There's 14. There's a lot to go through to flick, especially when you got auto off. It does take a while.
And a magnet, yeah.
That's right. And if you're moving at the same time, you're not going to see any part of the screen. So you hand cap the Skyland first. This then automatically triggers all 14 bounces to go to scatter things. If they're going to scatter, they'll scatter straight away. All 14 of them will scatter if they are all scattered.
Or 3 or 7 or 3 or 7, or
whatever it might be. But it scatters them. Therefore, as you're flicking through and watching this Munzee screen roll over, your vac is working in the background to capture all those scatters. You see,
impressive.
That's the way that works. You like that, Rob? Now, sometimes they scatter more than 500 foot apart. That's when I like to actually increase the radius of the vac to 1,000 foot by using a radius booster at the same time. So if you've got a vac and a radius booster going, don't forget, you could also use the double points booster as well to get even more points on those 14 bounces, for instance. Munzee Prof is rolling over saying, Craig, can you not talk about this because this is what I've been doing the whole time. But that's what you can do to get the maximum points to pick up all the scatters within the 1,000 foot radius as you move along. And literally the Munzee screen just rolls over and it's working in the background behind the screen.
Pretty impressive.
Do you like that?
It's a good one.
Do you like
that?
And then you don't leave any scatters for anyone else and you go, bad luck to you because I'm using all the tools.
Hey, that's how the game is played, isn't it? So
exactly. Anything you have on that regards to that Munzee tip? It's a long tip, but it's a good tip, Rob. It's a good tip.
Sounds good to me. Let's do it.
I've been doing it for quite some time now as well. And it happens a lot, especially it's funnily enough when I'm using the radius booster. And if you've got someone else in the car, for instance, who's also, using a vac, but not the radius booster, guess what? You get more scatters than what they do because you got the radius booster on too. So there you go.
True story.
There you go. All right, Rob, that ends another official Munzee podcast.
Thanks for joining us on this Munzee adventure.
Don't forget, subscribe, rate, review on your favorite podcast app, and join us next week for another informative episode.
And remember, Munzee is more than a game. It's a worldwide community of mobile game players.
So keep scanning, keep discovering, keep that Munzee spirit alive, Rob. 1, 2, 3, vac for the win.
On.
I like yours better.
Thank you.